Well, this is a match I think everybody has been waiting for. This is again one of those matches where we see the two big clubs collide. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the eISL Season 2, brought to you by Northern Gaming. My name is Fixis. I'm joined along with TT and yes, CT. So yesterday, Bengaluru FC went on against FC Goa. They could not
Yep.
break past it. But today, they're going up against another big club. That is going to be Mumbai City FC. So how do you like their chances?
आई थिंक दोनों के लिए 50-50 चांस है क्योंकि बेंगलुरु एफसी की अगर बात किया जाए तो बेंगलुरु एफसी काफ़ी ज़्यादा बेहतरीन परफॉर्मेंस करते हुए तो दिखे हैं, लेकिन अभी के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल है कहीं ना कहीं हुआ है कुछ दिनों पे सागनिक के लिए. सो आई थिंक थोड़ा बहुत जो है वो टफ हो सकता है आखिरी मैच, एंड उनके खिलाफ क्रशर आने वाले हैं तो मुश्किलें तो होगा. और सैकी भी अगर बात करें तो उनके तरफ से भी कहीं ना कहीं जो है हम लोग बहुत ही बेहतरीन परफॉर्मेंस देखे, बट सीजे है उनके खिलाफ. क्या लगता है आपको फिक्सेस? क्या सीजे के खिलाफ देखिए मुझे लग रहा है कि सैकी के चांसेस बहुत टफ लग रहे हैं. ऑन द अदर हैंड इधर सागनिक के सामने क्रशर है, तो मुझे लग रहा है कि बहुत ज्यादा इवन होने वाला है. मेरा तो इधर टेक रहेगा कि शायद ये ड्रॉ के साथ खत्म.
You know, to be honest, I think TT, like yesterday's game, this will in this matchup, the co-op game is going to be of the utmost importance, right? Because first matchup on pen and paper, you would ideally root for CJ to win, but when it comes to the final game, you know, Crusher, he has been a force of nature, right? Very difficult to stop him. So I think it's understood why they went for such a lineup, right? I think both of them haven't made any changes in their for the playing order. So both of them sticking to their defaults, which I kind of understand is for Bengaluru FC, they just want to end things in the first two games. And for Mumbai City FC, they always want to kind of have that insurance policy there, right? If something or the other happens, because with Saki, it's sort of customary, right? What he does is always concedes first goal, and then somehow he tends to come back. But against CJ, it's going to be a lot more difficult, right? You cannot let CJ have that lead against you. And Saki is also one of those more renowned players, one of the veterans in the community. We've also seen how good he was in the Nations Cup and how he's gone ahead also. So that's there, a little bit of a confidence booster, both of them on the same pedestal. So I think this is going to be an even matchup with CJ just having that little bit of a head margin against him. But yes, for Saki, I think this is one of those games where he's got to prove himself, right? And show the world that no, it might be CJ, it might be the best player he's going up against with, but he's not going to give up. Yesterday, Vanshaj managed to get out with a draw. He also can do that. And that being said, folks, we're off with the game. It's kickoff, and Mumbai City FC from left to right, and Bengaluru FC from right to left in their wides. And as we can see already, CJ has managed to steal the possession away, and now he's building up an attack.
क्या शुरुआत हो चुका है, और कहीं ना कहीं सीजे की अगर बात किया जाए, उनको अगर स्टार्टिंग में ही कोई गोल स्कोर कर देते हैं, जो कि हो सकता था, बट बेहतरीन गोलकीपिंग इधर वैंडेसार की तरफ से, जिसकी वजह से इधर बच गए. नहीं तो शुरुआती कुछ 3 मिनट के अंदर हम लोग को पहला गोल आता हुआ दिख सकता था, जिधर सैकी अपने लिए एडवांटेज इधर बनाते हुए दिख सकते थे. बट स्टार्टिंग बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ की है सैकी. मेसी, जवाब क्रॉस, वैंडाइक का ये हेडर, लेकिन वो ऑन टारगेट नहीं था. तो सैकी मुझे लग नहीं रहा कि वो कोई भी प्रेशर पे खेल रहे हैं. वो फुल्ली एग्रेसिवली परफॉर्म करने वाले हैं इस गेम पे.
Yeah, he's out for blood. That's quite visible. But CJ, he's one tough knot. Really, you would think at a moment that, yeah, maybe you've gotten past him. But CJ's got something going on in his brains. He is also a magician that we have seen and we have come to love. He's not going to just let Saki do what he does. So right now, I think what CJ has been excelling at so far is how he's been controlling the midfield, right? I've been loving how he's stealing the ball away, and now what a beautiful pass on towards Mbappe. But Capdevia, in the right nick of time, just comes in and makes a very, very crucial intervention there. And out it went for a goal kick, and Mumbai City FC live to fight yet another day. As CJ, now this is where Saki has to be really worried about. I kind of feel like CJ is on constant press, where he's not letting Saki have the possession on the ball. A little bit of a player lock, but cancelled off because, of course, he will score a goal with Lionel Messi, and can't stop CJ from scoring. Can you? Initially, that player lock was sort of cancelled just because the player was in an offside position, but CJ, he had another move in his mind right then and there. And this is what separates CJ from the rest. Never really panics under pressure, always has a card up his sleeves. And Bengaluru FC, first 14 minutes of the game, they're up for a lead.
या शुरुआत जिस तरीके से हुआ था लग रहा था कि पहला गोल शायद मुंबई सिटी एफसी की तरफ से आए, लेकिन सीजे इधर लेफ्ट फुट से ही शॉट ले सकते थे, बट थोड़ा सा वो एक्स्ट्रा 1 सेकंड इनके लिए बहुत ज्यादा भारी पड़ गया.
All right.
कहने के मौका बन चुका है. रोनाल्डिनियो टुवर्ड्स राइट साइड. ओह
No way.
व्हाट अ पासिंग, बट फिर भी गोल नहीं हुआ. कैसे?
It's all right. It's now evened up, right? Even Saki's one of those shots was saved, and well, it's karma. But it's all right. I'm pretty sure with the way CJ's been playing, he's bound to create more chances. And this time, a little bit of a creativity. Just lobs the ball over towards Hakimi. Where does he go from here? Passes it back, and then with Ronaldinho fighting for some control, but eventually loses his possession. And now Saki. Saki needs to calm down over here. He needs to start building up much more stable plays, because just when you see, right, just when you see MCFC going on an attack, instantly CJ brings back his players, right? So it's kind of really difficult to get through him. But Saki, one good thing, he's managed to do so. He's managed to do so on certain occasions. And this time, let's see what can CJ produce out of this chance, this routine. He's going through that right wing, passes it on towards Ronaldinho, looks for a cutback, gives it to De Bruyne. With Lionel Messi, just gets pushed off. And Saki has been, so far, has kept himself really alert, really alarmed on his defense. But he really needs to work on how he's going to attack, how he's going to build up a play, how he is going to break through the defense of CJ. He needs to find some cracks through the wall and just hit it with the hammer. He's made a few chances, but they've gone futile. But this one looks promising with R9, goes for a heel to heel. But CJ, ever so prepared, very firm on the defense.
Yeah. सैकी आखिरी चांस फर्स्ट हाफ के पहले, इधर हो जाएगा गोल भी।
Wow.
सैकी फाइनली इतने देर के इतने सारे अटैक्स के बाद एक जो बॉल था वो नेट सेट किया, और कब किया, जस्ट फर्स्ट हाफ व्हिसल बजने के 5 सेकंड पहले। बेस्ट टाइम टू स्कोर अ गोल, और उसी के साथ कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत ज्यादा वापस कहने के आ चुका रहेगा सैकी का। और इस बार ये मैचअप बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग हो रहा है। अगर इधर ड्रॉ निकल जाता है देन सारा का सारा प्रेशर फिर से शिफ्ट हो जाएगा सानी के ऊपर।
Well, I mean, I was kind of amused because this is typical Saki, right? This is how Saki plays. MCFC fans, be rest assured, because the second half is usually where Saki really thrives. And we've seen, and just pick up any game, Saki will be the player who concedes first every single time. But then again, he's also one of those players who always, no matter what, how adverse the situation is, against all odds, he manages to score an equalizer. And from then onwards, just takes over, right? And this time, he's got a very difficult opponent to deal with. It is CJ, one of the finest players, finest talents that India has produced, a young prodigy, and a prodigy no more, as he's a genius. We've seen him, we've heard stories, we've heard myths as how that young 14-year-old kid absolutely just took all the veterans for a ride, and that's how he began. That's how his legacy started. That is CJ for you, ladies and gentlemen. But now, commencement of the second half. Well, CJ had a little bit of ball, but now Saki again with those build-ups. He's going for a lot of those passes, which I like. He's trying to keep control. But CJ has been always fighting for the ball, and this is a good chance in the making. Has room for Pele, who will not miss. You need to create chances like that. You need to do things differently, and so has he done. And CJ looks shocked. Is finally starting to sweat. You could see that tricklet of blood falling down as this god is bleeding, and Saki was getting in mood, was stealing our hearts up until this point, to our utter disarray. Why? Why, oh why, EA, you do this with us? I mean, I was really hoping, in fact, every single fan, every single viewer watching this broadcast did not want this to end, because this was the right moment, right? We were kind of getting to the climax. This is where Saki had scored a goal, had gotten that lead over CJ. This is where you see CJ at his most ferocious form. This is where those substitutes would have come in. Talking about substitute, this time CJ hasn't made that early change, did he? Did he subs Edison Morris out?
मोस्टली नो, क्योंकि हम
I
लोग
did not
तो
see
देखा
that.
नहीं था।
Yeah.
सो क्या एडरसन के साथ ही खेला? आई थिंक वैंडरसर के
I
साथ ही
think he
शुरुआत
went
किया गया
with,
था।
yeah.
या क्योंकि इस बार डेब्रॉयने नहीं देखने के लिए मिला था। डेब्रॉयने को वो अभी नहीं खिला रहे क्योंकि ज़िनेडिन ज़िडान आ चुके हैं मोस्ट प्रोबेबली, जिसकी वजह से तो एडरसन का जितना भी काम था वो अभी खत्म हो चुका है। तो वो हाँ, उनका इस क्लब के ऊपर कैरियर खत्म हो चुका है इस बार, एटलीस्ट चरणजोत के लिए। तो इधर वो नहीं उतारने वाले। बट सैकी जिस तरीके से शुरुआत किए थे उससे लग रहा था कि यस, आज उनको पता है कि उनको क्या करना है। आज उनको होल्ड अप करके वो प्ले बनाओ, वो टिपिकल ट्रेडिशनल गेम उनको नहीं खेल। वो आएंगे, डायरेक्ट बॉल लेके जाएंगे, मौका मिलेगा गोल पे मारेंगे, और वो मारते गए। फिर अचानक से चरणजोत ने गोल मार दिया, तो सब कुछ कहने के आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल। फिर उसके बाद बैक टू बैक 2 गोल्स। तो सैकी, इससे एक चीज तो पता चल रहा है कि अगर आपको कोई अटैकिंग एंड एग्रेसिव प्लेयर को रोकना है तो उनकी तरह खेलिए, आप भी एग्रेसिव हो जाइए और अटैक करते रहिए।
Alright, so a little bit of an update. Thankfully, by God's grace, the match is going to resume from where we last left. So this kind of brings in the fact that now are we going to see any substitutes being made? Because once the match gets restarted, we have seen the players are on full stamina. So ideally, this is a point where maybe CJ would go a little bit more attacking, get a little bit more depth, because Saki, he's been looking really sound. Like you said, I think he had to play a different style of FIFA, not by the customary norms, not by the meta, how it dictates. Because for doing stuff, if you are going to do stuff like that, I think CJ is going to be prepared. And both the goals that were produced by Saki were just exceptionally brilliant, right? The first one coming in, a very late goal into the first half, in those dying moments of it, when it was literally the last attack of the first half, and then he just passes it through and scores the goal. And the second one was something that kind of blew my mind. This was something that I really did not anticipate, and it takes, you know, because in the heat of the moment, in the spur of that situation, it's so difficult to kind of build such a play like that. And you have to come with a game set, you have to come with a set routine that you're going to try and execute that. And even in trying to do so, you have to ensure that everything just falls into place. You need to have all your players that I think in the build up of that particular goal, we saw he took his time, he built up his play, he got all his attackers ahead, and that is when he made that pass, and that is what made all that difference. Just when you think he might score, goes to the next one, and then takes that shot, finds that room, and CJ was just left watching, his mouth wide open. But this little bit of a pause is gonna give CJ that mental reset, and this is where I feel CJ is kind of one step ahead because of how experienced he is playing at even the highest level of the world FIFA that we have. He's one of those players who you can't really rule out. Even a 2-goal lead is nothing compared to CJ. But Saki, we know he's like the second half king. And if he kind of presses like that, if he scores one more goal, TT, then I think CJ will have to get really sweaty.
बिल्कुल, क्योंकि एक गोल का फासला अभी के लिए सीजे के लिए या एक प्रेशर तो है, बट वो कमबैक कर सकते हैं। लेकिन 2 गोल का अगर डिफरेंस क्रिएट कर दिया जाए, जिधर हम लोग कहीं न कहीं पहले से ही प्रेडिक्ट करके रखे थे शायद चरणजोत इजीली जीत जाएंगे, इजीली तो नहीं, बट हाँ वो जीत जाएंगे, ये प्रेडिक्ट कर रहे थे। उस जगह पे अचानक से सैकी कुछ अलग प्लान्स के साथ आते हैं और सिर्फ और सिर्फ चरणजोत के ही प्लान्स को नहीं, हमारे प्रेडिक्शंस को भी जो है वो तोड़ के रख देते हैं। तो ये बहुत बहुत ज्यादा शानदार उनके तरफ से देखने के लिए मिला है। बट जिस तरीके से वो खेल रहे हैं, मुझे लग रहा है कि शायद एक और गोल आ भी सकता है। तो या और कहीं न कहीं जो है जिस तरीके का आउटकम अभी तक देखने के लिए मिला है सैकी की तरफ से, वो एक गोल के फासले से खुश नहीं होने वाले। वो आज सोच के आए हैं कि आज जो है या तो इस पार या फिर उस पार। डिफेंस पे उतना ज़्यादा चाहेंगे नहीं, इधर डायरेक्ट जाएँगे, गोल करेंगे, या तो जीत जाएँगे या फिर गोल कंसीड कर लेंगे। कुछ ना कुछ होगा लेकिन करके रहेंगे कुछ।
Okay, so a few things that we've noticed is that CJ has been fighting a lot for the ball. And Saki initially looked a little jittery, had those butterflies in his stomach because, of course, he's going up against CJ. You tend to have that. I mean, I just wet my pants if I ever have to face CJ. Ever. Even in an exhibition match, even if I call him over on my stream and ask him, hey, let's play. I'll always be like wondering. Even I can't even perform to my 20 or 30. And such is the thing when you go up against the greats, right? But here, Saki, he's been slowly but surely also establishing himself as quite a prominent figure in the Indian FIFA community, right? Lately, with how exceptionally well Mumbai City FC have been performing and how dependable you can be with Saki. Of course, yes, he gives you that little heart attack sometimes. Of course, he concedes those first goals. But then when he makes that comeback, he's like, guys, I was just playing around with you. Just chill. Just calm down. I got this. So that has been the outset. So taking a look, we saw CJ had that initial little control, scored that goal. But suddenly, after those first 30 minutes, I guess, TT, that's when maybe we saw Saki take over. That's when we saw him playing some really good FIFA. And now CJ is kind of on the back foot where Saki is on the driver's seat.
यस एंड आई थिंक मुझे तो लगता है कि एकदम स्टार्टिंग से ही वो मेंटली ड्राइविंग सीट पे ही बैठे थे। उनको पता था कि वो गोल स्कोर देखिए एक टाइम क्या हो जाता है कि आप ऑलरेडी ही जान के आते हो कि हाँ मैं तो गोल इधर कंसीड करने वाला हूँ, क्योंकि आप सीजे के खिलाफ खेलने आ रहे हो। और अगर उसको कैजुअली लेते हो, कैजुअली मीन्स वैसा नहीं है कि आप पूरा ही नॉर्मल जाके खेल रहे हो। कैजुअली मीन्स कि आप उतना ज़्यादा प्रेशर नहीं लेते उसकी वजह कि हम लोग वो भाई गोल स्कोर कर लिया, तो वो गोल कंसीड करना आई डोंट थिंक कि उतना ज़्यादा प्रेशर उनके ऊपर बिल्ड किया था। कोई भी और होता, अगर वो प्रेशर से आ रहा होता कि चरणजोत है, उनको हराना है, ये वो, फिर उस जगह पे प्रेशर बनता है। इधर प्रेशर नहीं बना, वो पहले से ही जानते थे गोल तो वो कंसीड करने वाले, या फिर कोई भी आ जाए, कोई भी डिफेंस से लेके आप आ जाओ, चरणजोत तो गोल करने वाले। तो वो गोल कंसीडर उन्होंने किया, जिसके बाद उनको पता था कि हाँ ये तो होगा। उसके बाद उन्होंने इसी वजह से इतने ज्यादा वो अपना जो प्ले स्टाइल है उसको नहीं बदला, वो जो अटैकिंग प्ले स्टाइल के साथ आए थे उसको कंटिन्यू रखे और उन्होंने गोल स्कोर किया। एंड इसी वजह से वो जो पॉजिटिव आउटकम है वो हम लोग को देखने के लिए मिला। हालांकि जिधर से हम लोग छोड़े थे उधर हम लोग फिर से वापस जाने वाले हैं। दैट मीन्स कि पिक्चर अभी बाकी है, 2-1 ही होगा और कहीं ना कहीं जो है उसके बाद सीजे क्या करेंगे वो देखना बहुत बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होगा। सो या लेट्स सी लाइक क्या होता है गेम पे।
Yeah, of course. We're gonna get back with the match, resume from where we left. But before we have everything in order, why don't you look at some amazing content that has been created over the past few weeks?
चाबी नहीं मिल रहा
Oh! Oh! Which he has to chain a few more passes to recycle the ball. Good Pakiti.
Yes, मुझे भी लगा था शायद हो जाएगा। Wow, what a pass towards Pele. Oh no!
A player lock on towards MP. Passes on towards Pele, takes a shot.
और पहले से नाडी भी ऑफसाइड पोजीशन पे मौजूद थे, तो ये कभी कभार हो जाता
Wow!
है।
Pacing through that right wing. And, is so calm on his build-up, right? Wow! He can do things like this. Look at that.
लेकिन वैंडरसार, my God! एक तो कर चुके हैं बट खतरा नहीं डला। बेलिंगम! What the?
Cannot just settle the draw. Cannot fight for only 1 point. They need all the 3. And this time, good chain of passes with Mbappe. Have a 9 and to go for another pass. On to it. Have your majority of your attackers playing back a little bit, going for the defense, but with Lionel Messi. Oh, it was a little bit of a scrappy play. If he nets it at this point, then it's pretty much done and dusted. But a beautiful pass onto it, Pele. He's got to show that patience, and he does. He's done that. You could see the kind of sigh of relief that Imad took, and we'll talk about that later because we are back on with the action, resuming and out. We are back to our stream time.
Yeah.
Lost that. But yes, now we get to talk about that Imad goal. That was the situation against ATKMB. Afnan was leading, and suddenly Imad just comes out of nowhere. Took him 18 passes. You could. No, this is something that even TT you touched upon tonight when you said, he's got so much going on in his game, right? He goes for that, he goes for that long ball, passes it, and just when you think that he'd receive and shoot, no, he goes for an extra pass, and that is where he goes all the extra mile and he scores that goal, just making sure he gets the job done. But we also had a glimpse of so many of those goals, and it's so lovely to watch.
बिल्कुल एंड आई थिंक कुछ कुछ प्लेयर्स ऐसे होते हैं जिनको देखना बहुत पसंद आता है एंड उनमें से एक है ईमान जिनको आप देखते रह सकते हैं टाइम दर टाइम खेलते हुए और आप थकेंगे नहीं क्योंकि उनके पास इतने सारे अलग अलग क्रिएटिव जो गोल्स निकल के आते हैं उनके तरफ से वो ही अपने आप में बहुत बेहतरीन है और सिर्फ वो नहीं ऐसा नहीं है कि वो सिर्फ गोल करने के टाइम में ही क्रिएटिविटी दिखाते हैं वो दूर दूर से कभी कभार शॉट ले लेते हैं वो चाहे गोल में रहे ना रहे वो शॉट लेते हैं इससे क्या होता है इससे एक इंटेंसिटी बना रहता है पूरे गेम के अंदर तो इसी वजह से शायद इतना ज़्यादा मज़ा आता है देखने में इधर जब भी मैच खेलते हैं बट या जब अभी ये गेम के बारे में बात कर रहे थे देखिए रिजल्ट सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है स्पेशली इस जगह पे रह के सैकी चरणजोत खेल तो रहे हैं बट आई थिंक जिस जगह पे चरणजोत खेलते हैं उधर उनका हार जाना कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो एक बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग माहौल बना देता है कुछ वैसा ही हो रहा था सैकी जिस तरीके से खेल रहे थे तो अभी इसका रिजल्ट जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग है बट क्या खराब लग रहा है
खराब क्यों मुझे तो मजा आ रहा है बिकॉज जो भी हो हमारे लिए तो एंटरटेनमेंट है बिकॉज both these players, both these clubs, whoever wins and whoever loses, right? One thing for certain, viewers, because right now what's going on is a battle for that solid third spot. Because before the commencement of today's matches, Mumbai City FC and Bengaluru FC were tied in points, and this match is going to give us a slight idea of who goes ahead, who has that solid third spot for their club, right? And Mumbai City FC have been off to a good start. Now this is kind of not against. This is kind of going against the script, to be honest. Because ideally, what Bengaluru FC thought was they would go off with a win. They'd seal things off in the co-op game, and then Sagni can just usually go for a stroll in the park. But with Mumbai City FC, if they win this one, this completely changes the narrative. Because then for Bengaluru FC, not only they have to win the co-op, but also have to win that third game against Crusher, which is so difficult, which is not a match you would want to be playing. I mean, you would not want to go to a decider match against a player like Crusher. I mean, I would not do that in my worst of nightmares. So, yeah, this is it. So, we kind of understand how important this game is and how inevitable or how imperative this is for CJ to go on and get a win. But all good things take some little bit of time. Right now, what we're gonna do, folks, is go for a short little break. We will be right back with the action resuming for you guys. Pacing through that right wing and is so calm on his build-up, right? Wow! Can do things like this. Look at that!
लेकिन वैंडसार माय गॉड देव तो कर चुके हैं बट खतरा नहीं टला बेलिंगम व्हाट द
Cannot be settled with a draw. Cannot fight for only 1 point. They need all the 3. And this time, good chain of passes with Mbappe. Have a 9 to go for another pass. On to have your majority of your attackers playing back a little bit, going for the defense, but with Lionel Messi. Oh, it was a little bit of a scrappy play. What to take? And if he nets it at this point, then it's pretty much done and dusted. But a beautiful pass onto it, Pele. He's got to show that patience, and he does. He's done that.
वो जगह ही वो चाबी नहीं मिल रहा मिला
Oh!
लेकिन हेडर
Which he has to chain a few more passes, recycle the ball. Good passing routine.
यस मुझे भी लगा था शायद हो जाएगा वाओ व्हाट अ पास टुवर्ड्स पेले
Oh
no.
A player lock on towards Mbappe. Passes onto it. Pele takes a shot.
बहुत पहले से रोनाल्डो भी ऑफसाइड पोजीशन पे मौजूद थे तो ये कभी-कभार हो जाता
Wow!
है मोमेंट
Pacing through that right wing. And is so calm on his build-up, right? Wow! Can do things like this. Look at that.
लेकिन वैंडसार माय गॉड देव तो कर चुके हैं बट खतरा नहीं टला बेलिंगम व्हाट द
Cannot be settled with a draw. Cannot fight for only 1 point. They need all the 3. And this time, good chain of passes with Mbappe. Have a 9 to go for another pass. On to have your majority of your attackers playing back a little bit, going for the defense, but with Lionel Messi. Oh, it was a little bit of a scrappy play. What to take? And if he nets it at this point, then it's pretty much done and dusted. But a beautiful pass onto it, Pele. He's got to show that patience, and he does. He's done that.
वो जगह ही वो चाबी नहीं मिल रहा मिला
Oh!
लेकिन हेडर
Oh! Which he has to chain a few more passes, recycle the ball. Good passing routine.
यस मुझे भी लगा था शायद हो जाएगा वाओ What a pass towards Pele.
Oh
No.
A player lock on towards Mbappe, passes on towards Pele, takes a shot.
बहुत पहले से नार्डिनियो ऑफसाइड पोजीशन पे मौजूद थे, तो ये कभी कभार हो जाता
Wow.
है मोमेंट।
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the eISL Season 2 brought to you by Nordwind Gaming. As we're on with the second match of the evening, and well, it is a battle between Saki and CJ. And we are going to resume from where we left off as things are on 2-1 right now. Now, this is where I think we get to see a few changes being made from either of the sides. Like we had already specified, TT, that everybody would be on almost full stamina, and that seems like to be the case.
Yes. And I think ये बहुत ज़्यादा तो नहीं, बट थोड़ा बहुत इफेक्ट जरूर कर सकते हैं गेम के अंदर। हालांकि दोनों ही तरफ से रहेगा, सो किसी के लिए डिसएडवांटेज नहीं है, दोनों के लिए सिमिलर है। बट आखिरी मोमेंट पे जाके क्या होगा, क्योंकि 2 गोल से ऑलरेडी आगे हैं सैकी, एंड इस सिर्फ और सिर्फ पूरे इंटायर गेम के अंदर 33 मिनट्स बाकी है। चरणजोत उनको चाहिए। ओह माय गॉड, ऑलरेडी क्या इधर एक नहीं, गोल स्कोर कर दिए हैं 2 ऑल, और जस्ट गेम चालू हुआ और झट से गोल आता हुआ चरणजोत की तरफ से।
Oh, CJ magic. That's all I can say. I mean, just like that, when you thought, you know, you're going to take a little bit of a pause, a little bit of a rest, you would want to settle in, CJ strikes back, and you could see that he's out for revenge, he's out for blood, and could be looking for possibly one more. But this time, however, Saki managed to somehow save things down the line. But where do we go from here, folks? Because it's already 65 minutes in, and now CJ has equalized. This is where Saki has got to take a foot ahead and try and score one more. Good chaining of passes there. And now we'll take a shot. Oh! Hits the crossbar.
Dot. And Saki बार बार जाके डोर नॉक कर रहे हैं एक और गोल के लिए, बट आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल जाएंगे सीजे। बॉल गया है सैकी के पास, सैकी के पास बॉल जाना मतलब वो एक बार फिर से एक और अटैक बिल्ड करने वाले हैं। और आज सैकी की जो पासिंग है वो भी हम लोग को काफी अच्छा देखने के लिए मिला है। बाकी दिन कभी कभार हो जाता है कि वो थोड़ा गलत पासेस खेल लेते हैं, लेकिन आज वो बिल्कुल भी नहीं कर रहे। वो प्रॉपर एक्यूरेसी के साथ हर एक पास खिला रहे हैं। और उसी के साथ देखिए पोजीशनिंग, देखिए एक बार लियोनेल मेसी इधर अगर पहुंच जाता बॉल तो शायद एक और गोल आता हुआ दिख सकता था मुंबई सिटी एफसी की तरफ से, लेकिन बेंगलुरु एफसी सीजे वो इतना इजीली अलाउ नहीं करने वाले हैं। लेकिन अभी के लिए देखिए सैकी जिस तरीके से आगे गए थे उस तरीके से अभी सेव भी करना होगा, क्योंकि अभी इक्वलाइज हो चुका है। इधर से एक भी गोल किसी की तरफ से आना मतलब एक बहुत ज्यादा ह्यूज एक डिफरेंस कहने के बन जाएगा इस गेम पे।
CJ again looks for that cutback with Ronaldinho. Goes for a shot. And I think I really liked how what Saki did. Did not give him that lane to pass. He had no other options but just take his chance in shooting. And you can suddenly see that CJ's gone quite ferocious over here. And is looking, when we were thinking that, yeah, he's looking quite aggressive, he's looking quite attacking. Suddenly, he amped things up. And over here from onwards, let's see what can Saki produce, because he needs to get over, needs to control his nerves, because this time CJ looks quite attacking, and he'll be constantly pressing you down. And considering you've got those full stamina on your players, I think both these clubs have an equal chance of scoring the winner. The final 10 minutes CT, anything can happen.
या और वो जो ब्रेक इधर बीच में मिला था इन दोनों ही प्लेयर्स को, इसमें बहुत कुछ चेंज हुआ। लेकिन क्या ये गोल होगा? यस, बहुत सारे चांसेस थे, लेकिन लेफ्ट फुटेड शॉट मिस। शॉट ले सकते थे सैकी, लेफ्ट फुट में भी था इधर रोनाल्डो के, कैप भी था, बट वो एक्स्ट्रा पास के लिए गए। लेकिन अभी भी खतरा टला नहीं है। सीजे बेहतरीन डिफेंडिंग भी और पेले का गलत पास भी था। ये सैकी के पास एक बहुत अच्छा मौका मिला जो कि वो अभी के लिए तो गवा चुके हैं, बट सीजे क्या वो इस काउंटर पे कैपिटलाइज कर पाएंगे? लेकिन नहीं, बेलिंगम से बहुत क्रूशियल पोजीशन पे इधर बॉल छीना गया। ओके, विथ लियोनेल मेसी लेफ्ट हैंड साइड से रन निकालेंगे। अटैक बन चुका है टुवर्ड्स एम्बापे। रोनाल्डो,
Oh no! Offside!
ओह माय गॉड।
Ay. Saki. This was as close he could have gotten to scoring that winner, to giving us our first upset. But no. Just barely offside. But regardless, it was still saved. But whatever the case is, now I think only one final attack remains, and that goes to the demon who's unleashed right now. It is going to be CJ, a player lock-in, coming on towards Ronaldinho. To Hakimi. Saki makes a save there. Crucial intervention, but CJ steals it away. A step over, passing it on towards Ronaldinho. The chance is still up. He needs to dribble through, but this time at the Piltau. Again, possession back and forth. He chases and he scores! CJ in the 90th minute gets the winner, and he writes his own script. Saki being hit with a sucker punch right towards the end, and in absolute disdain, shocked. What happened? And there goes the final whistle getting blown, and CJ is meant to create magic in situations as such. You could see how the nerves trembled there, and CJ pressed in and got the winner. Wow, what a goal that was. Ecstatic, beautiful, magnificent.
एंड उसी के साथ चरणजोत अपना जो लीड एंड जो कहने के चैंपियन टैग वो लेके चलते हमेशा, पर फिर से प्रूव किया कि क्यों उनको वन ऑफ द बेस्ट प्लेयर कहा जाता है, नॉट ओनली इन इंडिया, इन साउथ एशिया। चरणजोत आखिरी मोमेंट तक जो है वो उन्होंने गोल कंसीड नहीं किया, क्योंकि अगर बात किया जाए फर्स्ट हाफ पे जब हम लोगों का गेम प्रॉपर चल रहा था विद लाइक टुवर्ड्स 57 मिनट तक, सैकी बहुत ज्यादा एग्रेसिवली बार बार अटैक कर रहे थे, लेकिन जब उसके बाद चालू हुआ तन जाके कहीं ना कहीं पूरा मैच खुलता हुआ दिखा। और ये सैकी के साथ शायद एक प्रॉब्लम रहा है, सैकी जस्ट आते ही वो लाइक उनका जो स्विच है वो ऑन नहीं होता, वो थोड़ा टाइम लेते हैं देन जाके खेलते हैं, एंड वही चीज इधर भी होता हुआ देखने के लिए मिला था। शुरुआत में बेंगलुरु एफसी कहने के जो है वो बहुत शानदार तरीके से गोल स्कोर किए, उसके बाद सैकी का कमबैक है एंड देन जाके ये गोल बहुत शानदार था, तो पास खिला गया था एकदम, वो बहुत ज्यादा ऑन पॉइंट था। लेकिन जो आखिरी मोमेंट पे इधर गोल आया उसके बाद और कुछ कर नहीं सकते थे, कुछ करने का मौका ही नहीं था। एंड इधर मुझे लगा रेफरी लाइक क्यों उनका जो फ्लैग है वो ऊपर किया था, इसीलिए समझ में नहीं आया, बट आई थिंक थोड़ा बहुत फाउल एंड ऑल हो सकता है।
Yeah, I mean, this was, I think, one of those chances. There have been multiple times where we saw Saki creating those moments of glory, and there you could see, just slightly offside R9, but that wouldn't have changed anything. But look at the composure over here. He's surrounded, and then the ball was stolen away. But this is where Saki committed the mistake. Virgil van Dijk not at the right position, gave that room, the ball being stolen away, and that's where the earth trembled down his feet, and he was buried by CJ. This is why people fear CJ. This is why, he's got the nerves of steel. This is why he gets your bloods just gushing through your veins, gives you moments like this, and a champion game is what we could call this one. But yes, for Saki, might be absolutely gutted, right? We saw absolute drama happening, game getting disconnected with a tempo that was being controlled by Saki. It kind of went the other way around, right? It kind of got reset, and yeah, you can call it a little unfair for him, but that's how life is sometimes. And this is just by a slight margin that CJ has managed to edge past Saki. But what a wholesome game this was. Both these players being relentless, not giving up, doing whatever it was required. But hey, Mumbai City FC still have their chances. All they've got to do is win the next match, and that is going to be the co-op. And again, Shagnika and CJ, it is going to be an arduous task. But if anybody can pull off, these are these two lads, Saki and Crusher.
Yeah. And ये co-op जो अभी जस्ट चालू होने वाला है, ये को-ऑप जैसे कि हम लोग पहले भी सोच रहे थे कि शायद बहुत कुछ डिसाइड कर देगा कि ये मैचअप के बाद रिजल्ट किस तरफ जाने वाला है। क्योंकि देखिए पहला गेम जिस तरीके से खेला गया है सैकी की तरफ से, ये गेम देखने के बाद थोड़ा बहुत बैक ऑफ द माइंड तो चल ही रहा होगा कि सैकी इतना ज्यादा स्ट्रांगली एक चैलेंज इधर फेंक दिए थे इधर चरणजोत के सामने, जिसको पार करने में चरणजोत को बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स हुआ। आखिरी वो कुछ सेकंड्स के पहले अगर गोल नहीं हुआ होता तो ये ड्रॉ के साथ खत्म हो सकता था। बट ऑन द अदर हैंड अगर हम लोग देखें मुंबई सिटी एफसी के जो को-ऑप गेम है वो बहुत सही है, अगर हम लोग देखें तो वो हम लोगों को देखने के लिए मिलेगा अभी को-ऑप पे परफॉर्म करते हुए। ऑन द अदर हैंड बेंगलुरु एफसी वो भी ज़्यादा मैचेस हारे नहीं है हालांकि, तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग एंड आई थिंक यही डिसाइडर होने वाला है, क्योंकि क्रशर का फॉर्म बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है। ऑन द अदर हैंड शाग्निक के लिए थोड़ा सा डाइसी चल रहा है उनका फॉर्म, एंड थोड़ा बहुत प्रेशर भी रहेगा क्योंकि कल हार गए थे, तो वो प्रेशर कहने के जो है वो शायद आज हम लोगों को कैरी फॉरवर्ड होता हुआ दिख सकता है। सब मिला के अगर देखा जाए तो ये को-ऑप गेम बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। अगर बेंगलुरु एफसी को इधर से 3 पॉइंट लेके जाना है तो ये को-ऑप गेम जीतना होगा। अगर वो हार जाते हैं दैट मीन्स कहीं ना कहीं कह सकते हैं कि मुंबई सिटी एफसी के पास शायद वो 3 पॉइंट चला जाए। ड्रॉ के चांस
Yeah, I think this is exactly what Mumbai City FC had come prepared, right? This was the insurance policy that I was talking about, where if they kind of lose this game, this would have been in their thoughts, right? This is something that they would have prepared. Now, the co-op game, like I said, is of the utmost importance over here. No matter what, they will have to win this. And I think Mumbai City FC are quite a sound co-op team and can't really keep CJ and Shagnik out of the equation over here because they have also been phenomenal. And both these clubs have played really well lately. And you could see both of them have been sharing points and they're right at the same position. Third and fourth, just up and down the goal differences, and that's it. So this is where, like I said, again, the storyline is as such. It's a battle for that, solid third. Whoever wins will have a margin of difference in points and will be happy at the third spot. Both of these clubs, I'm pretty sure, TT, there's no question they've qualified for the playoffs, and they have been exceptionally good. And I don't think that's on the cards yet. So for now, what we can do is what we can tell about. It's about the pride. It's about staying as top as you can in the point standings because FC Goa and Northeast FC have been kind of a notch up, right? So let's see what happens, what sort of game plan do they come up with because with Crusher in the equation also involved, I think they possess that attack and also the defense. And even when Shagni comes in, he's also been in a really good form lately. He's been experimenting a lot. He's been succeeding at that. And CJ is he's kind of excelled at everything, right? If it comes down to creating passes, if it comes down to just dribbling past the defenders in the final third and shooting, he's also done that. And the same thing you can say in on the same page with Shagnik. He also can he also can step up when necessary. It's not just CJ who's done the heavy lifting, right? In the co-op game, Shagnik is also ensured because majority of the matches we've seen for Bengaluru FC have come with a win where they go on to win the first two games. So I think both these sides are very strong in their co-op. It's just about who makes that small mistake and who capitalizes.
यस एंड इधर जो मिस्टेक्स कम करेंगे वो आगे निकल जाएंगे. सो वो देखना होगा गेम एक बार चालू हो जाए फिर हम लोग को कहीं नहीं पता चलेगा कि सिनारियोज जो है वो किस तरफ जा रहे हैं और क्या क्या रिजल्ट जो है वो हम लोग इधर एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. एंड आई थिंक ड्रॉ होने के चांसेस तो मुझे बहुत कम दिख रहे हैं इधर. शुरुआत में लग रहा था, अभी इस तरीके का गेम हुआ तो अभी लग रहा है कि शायद उतना, बट बात नहीं है ये चांसेस क्या है क्या नहीं है सकता है देख ही लेते हैं. और लेफ्ट साइड से राइट पे इधर खेलते हुए दिखेंगे मुंबई सिटी एफसी, राइट टू लेफ्ट इधर खेलते हुए दिखेंगे बेंगलुरु एफसी. बेंगलुरु एफसी ऑलरेडी एक गेम के लीड के साथ चल रहे हैं जिधर चरणजोत का वो मैजिकल गोल आया था आखिरी सेकंड्स पे. अभी बहुत कुछ डिपेंड कर रहा है इस गेम के ऊपर. ये को-ऑप गेम जिस तरफ जाएगा उस तरफ कहने की बहुत सा चांस बन जाएगा 3 पॉइंट्स निकाल के लेके जाने का.
Okay, so now since we've already begun, Mumbai City FC, I think they've got to get over the recent horrors, especially Saki needs to recover from that one little hiccup he had. But Bengaluru FC seem to be in no mood at all. They just want to keep hitting where it hurts. And Van Dijk has been injured, but I hope he's going to get well soon. We've seen that happen a lot of times in FIFA. I don't understand how players automatically just heal from getting injured. But unless, it's a foot injury or something where you have to make a change. The player is unable to run. Now it's confirmed it's Bengaluru FC's Van Dijk that's taken the fall there. So getting back, now we could see Bengaluru FC are trying to keep a lot of possession. A bit of a space with R9 and decides to take a shot, but that deflection coming in from Van Dijk is going to be enough to put this ball out of play for a corner.
Yeah, but they're constantly pressure बना के रख रहे हैं शॉट, बट वान डे सार एंड अगर होता भी तो भी शायद वान डे सार सही पोजीशन पे थे. और यही होता है लाइक इस जगह से शॉट बार बार इसीलिए लिया जाता है क्योंकि वैन डे सार थोड़ा राइट हैंड साइड पे आ जाते हैं जिसकी वजह से गैप बनता है जिस गैप से आप गोल कर सकते हो. बट इस बार नहीं था वो चीज. बट इस बार देखिए इस बार अटैक पे काउंटर पे देखने के लिए मिल रहा है मुंबई सिटी एफसी. मौका, शॉट एंड वैन डे सार का सेव. वैन डे सार द सेवियर. नहीं तो बेंगलुरु एफसी अभी एक गोल ऑलरेडी कंसीड कर चुके होते।
Yeah, and this is something more like it. This is something we would want to see more from Mumbai City FC because, of course, we've got to be neutral. But I really want this game to go down to the wire. I want this game to go down to the decider. A little bit of a commotion there, but no harm done. So, Bengaluru FC successfully defending once again. Now are on their attack, and they've been quite aggressive, to be honest. A lot of room on that left wing as Theo Hernandez receives it, is looking for a cutback, and there he takes a shot. And wow, just threading the needle over there. Kylian Mbappe driving it past Van der Sar, and Saki just taken aback. How could you defend a goal like that? I mean, had Edison Morris been there, this is where the reflexes could have really come in, but no chance, no chance. The pace on the ball was as such, and you can't lose a ball like that because CJ and Shagnik are going to punish you. But the next moment we see Ronaldinho just going for a back pass, and he just gave the possession away on a silver platter.
कोशिश था बट वो प्रॉपर तरीके से हुआ नहीं। बट डे ब्रुयने फाइनली आ चुके हैं गेम के अंदर। अभी के लिए रोनाल्डो मौका बन रहा था और वैन डर सार बहुत क्लोज इधर बॉल को बचाते हुए आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल जा सकता था ये गेम। 2 गोल हो सकते थे इधर बैक टू बैक। बट एज ऑफ नाउ मुंबई सिटी एफसी जरूरत है जितना जल्दी हो सके कम बैक करे। ओ मेसी कहने की बॉल निकाल के लेके जाने की कोशिश था, बट हकीमी के सामने वो बॉडी पावर पे तो नहीं हो सकता, तो वो अभी के लिए नहीं हुआ। लेकिन देखिए मुझे लग रहा है कि मुंबई सिटी एफसी की तरफ से बहुत जल्दी गोल आएगा। बीच से पास निकाल चुके हैं, बट राइट हैंड साइड पे रन निकालने के लिए कोई भी प्लेयर मौजूद नहीं। एम्बापे क्लोजिंग करेंगे टुवर्ड्स रोनाल्डो, लेकिन बीचों बीच वर्जिल बन रहा है।
Yeah, and from here onwards, I think well, Mumbai City FC need to strike back. They can't just let away Bengaluru FC with so much possession on them. And look at how flawless the passing has been so far. They always come up with a game plan. It's not like Mumbai City FC are far behind. They have also been making their plays. They have also been creating their chances. But so much of job being done there. A bit of a step over and a shot being taken. All they could salvage out of this one was a corner, a short one being taken. Pass it back towards Lionel Messi as deflection comes in, and Mumbai City FC, they get away with the ball. And this is where they have to just race pass through as Mbappe making the round, but the remainder of the players could not make it in time. Not a lot of passing options. Eventually, they just Bengaluru FC got away with the ball, and now they are creating their own chances with R9 passing it on towards Lionel Messi. Looks for a back pass maybe at this point, just dribbling through. Now this is the kind of a control you would expect when you've got Messi the magician on the ball. But sadly, it just went out for a throw.
Yeah. As of now, जिस तरीके से गेम चल रहा है, दोनों के दोनों कहने के बहुत ही ज़्यादा लाजवाब तरीके से, आई थिंक नॉट दोनों, इधर चारों के चारों सब के सब इधर फुल एग्रेसिव मोड पे। बीच से मेसी का रन था, लेकिन रोनाल्डिनो अपने पास रख के और फिनिश भी किए राइट साइड पे विद रोनाल्डिनो। इक्वलाइज करेंगे स्कोर को, एंड मुंबई सिटी एफसी बहुत देर से कोशिश था, फाइनली सफल हुए। और देखिए सेम टाइप का सिचुएशन बन रहा है। पिछले गेम पे भी ऐसा ही हुआ था, फिर कमबैक आया और अभी फ्लो प्रॉपर बना हुआ है मुंबई सिटी एफसी की तरफ से।
Yeah, I think this kind of came from a one-off attack. They have to do more of that because I feel the possession, the numbers would be favoring Bengaluru FC the way they've been making all those passes. But this was a very interesting steal. But no, Virgil van Dijk playing a little proactively there. Did not wait, instantly charged in for the tackle with Mbappe. A lot of room for Lionel Messi, who takes a shot, but has been well defended there. But what can they produce from here? Mumbai City FC, the final attack of the first half. And we had seen they scored one last time. Saki did. Can they repeat it again? Can they get on to lead with the halftime? Ronaldinho on towards Jude Bellingham, but no, just swatted away and will go outside. And there you go. The halftime whistle blows and nothing separating these two clubs as anticipated. The atmosphere is electric right now. Everybody just rooting for their supporters. You could see Bengaluru FC having a narrow margin of a lead in terms of possession, but look at the shots being taken. Mumbai City FC have been kept at bay. Two shots were taken, two beautiful chances, in fact, out of which one turned out to be a goal, the other was a beautiful save. But now, with the commencement of second half, few changes need to be coming in order, and let's just hope the game does not crash. Or did I jinx it?
या लाइक हम लोग यही होप करेंगे अगली बार जैसा ना हो, बट इस बार कोशिश था विथ रोनाल्डिन्हो एकदम बीच से चीर के निकलने की डिफेंस को, लेकिन वर्जिल वैन डाइक इधर मौजूद थे, सो वो तो होने नहीं दिए। बट काउंटर पे जाएंगे क्रशर एंड साकी, दोनों के दोनों बहुत ही ज़्यादा बेहतरीन अभी तक कोऑप गेम्स खेले आए हैं इस पूरे सीजन के अंदर, लेकिन डिफेंस काफ़ी अच्छे तरीके से किया है। उनको पहले से पता था कि शायद राइट हैंड साइड पे जाएंगे एंड ओवरलैप पे नहीं जाएंगे, कटिंग करेंगे, एंड वही हुआ। उधर बॉल छीनते हुए देखने के लिए मिले, बहुत शानदार एंटिसिपेशन, आउटफुट क्रॉस था, बट वैसा फाइनली बॉल इधर पकड़ते हुए वर्जिल वैन डाइक। एंड देखिए विथ लूशियो एंड वर्जिल वैन डाइक काफ़ी बेहतरीन आपको एक डिफेंस लाइन एंड जो डिफेंस है वो आपको प्रोवाइड करते हैं, एंड आई थिंक दिस इसके वजह से ही सबके सब कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो ये दोनों डिफेंडर को लेके खेलना चाहते हैं। बट पोजीशनिंग थोड़ा बहुत चेंजेस है, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड से हम लोग को रोनाल्डो खेलते हुए दिख रहे हैं, एम्बापे को सेंट्रली खिलाया जा रहा है, सो इंटरेस्टिंग मूव्स। बट गेम बहुत ही एंड टू एंड चलता हुआ, कोई ना कोई एक तरफ तो गोल आने ही वाला है बहुत जल्द।
Somebody is gonna crumble. This is a good chance in the making. Ronaldinho towards Lionel Messi. Wanted to go for a dribbling move there and get past through Jude Bellingham, but certainly Mumbai City FC had other plans in mind, as they've got a lot of room on that right wing with Ashraf Hakimi wanting to press in through, but a battle between the fullbacks and Bengaluru FC managed to get themselves on the ball, as now they're on an attack. Quite an end-to-end FIFA, folks, we're getting to witness. This time Mbappe, nice heel to heel, directly goes for a shot, well defended, and Mumbai City FC again retrieves the possession. And this is where, you know, I kind of feel like they need to get the players a little up there. And yes, this was nice. That back pass was quite crucial to have players back in formations, and now they can start just recycling the ball there, go for a few passes, create some areas. And Bengaluru FC, look at that. You know, they've been constantly fighting for the ball so much, but look at this screamer. Oh my goodness. Lionel Messi, you beauty. And with that, 65 minutes in, Mumbai City FC have gone ahead. Need not be a green time finish. Does not matter if the ball of such sheer quality comes in from Mumbai City FC. No stopping Lionel Messi there. And it's kind of a repeat story of what was happening in the first game. And this time, Mumbai City FC have gotten ahead with the lead.
What a comeback. कमबैक भी किए, अभी लीड भी ले चुके हैं, और इस लीड को पकड़ के रखना अभी सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी होने वाला है मुंबई सिटी एफसी की तरफ से। अगर वो लीड को पकड़ के रख सकते हैं, देन आखिरी मैच होगा डिसाइडर कि इस पूरे एंटायर मैचअप के अंदर जो रिजल्ट है वो क्या आएगा, वो हम लोगों को पता चलेगा आखिरी गेम के रिजल्ट के बाद। बट अभी क्या क्या चेंजेस, कौन कौन से फ्रेश लेग्स को इंट्रोड्यूस किया जाएगा, वो देखना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी। क्या फॉर्मेशन में कोई चेंजेस आएंगे, शायद हो सकते हैं, बट मुंबई सिटी एफसी वो अपना काम पूरा कर चुके हैं, और करते ही इधर चेंज होता हुआ ज़िनेडिन ज़िडान आ चुके हैं, मेसी को डाउन करके। जैसे भी हो, De Bruyne की जगह पे। तो अटैकिंग चेंजेस काफ़ी ज़्यादा देखने के लिए मिले हैं। उसके बीच में एक और मौका, एक और गोल हो सकता है। बॉल आउट ऑफ
Oh,
कंट्रोल गया, नहीं तो काफ़ी अच्छा पास था।
indeed it was. I mean, good chances being made by Mumbai City FC. Now I'm kind of wondering to think, are they gonna go ultra defensive right now? Because the changes they've made, they've gotten in some beautiful runners. You've gotten in Alaveran, who could just pace through your defense. Then you've got Erling Haaland, just push through as a mighty bull there. Does not care who's in front of him. Just beats the opposition defense and scores goals just like that in real life as well. But yeah, getting back into the game, it's 73 minutes in. This is where Bengaluru FC, they had an ultra defensive approach up until now, where they are looking quite attacking. But at this point, Mumbai City FC, they're so vigilant, watchful of every single move, have no room for error, because Bengaluru FC is one of those teams, you just blink an eye and they suddenly get past you. And we have seen that happen in the previous game also. As the Bengaluru FC, nice chain of passing, and there you go. Goes for a cross, wants to try to do something out of the box, loses the ball, and again retrieved with Ronaldinho just trying to get through the defense. But Virgil van Dijk comes in and no getting passed by this man.
या मौका बन चुका है एक और बार। खाली एरिया पे बॉल मिलता हुआ एम्बापे। इधर फिर से कहने की वर्जिल वैन डाइक आके बहुत ही शानदार तरीके से डिफेंड करते हुए दिखे। आखिरी 9 मिनट ज़रूरत है बेंगलुरु एफसी को एक गोल की। राइट हैंड साइड से हकीमी का रन टुवर्ड्स ज़िनेडिन ज़िडान। कोशिश कर रहा है सैनिक एंड सीजे, दोनों के ही मन में यही है कि एटलीस्ट एक गोल इधर से चाहिए ही चाहिए। अगर कर देते हैं फिर भी एडवांटेज में रहेंगे, लेकिन वो करने नहीं दिया जाएगा। इस बार पास था उलीद के लिए, लेकिन पहुंच नहीं पाएंगे उलीद। तो फिर से एक बार बॉल गया इधर कहने की बेंगलुरु एफसी के पास। देखिए इधर बहुत मुश्किल हो रहा है बेंगलुरु एफसी के लिए। ये गोल होना चाहिए, ये गोल होना चाहिए, बट पास नहीं कर पाए।
That was so close there. And we had seen Saki score his first goal in a similar fashion. But this time, Bengaluru FC, this could be their last chance. We have seen CJ has got what it takes to do that. But this time, with the addition of Crusher, Saki and Crusher are not going to settle with anything other than a W. But no, you cannot give them BFC a chance like this. Oh, this time, finally, they just need to hold on to their nerves. They just need to keep pushing in with Alaveran. A nice pass made and could be a third one in the making for MCFC as Alaveran goes in through, gives a pass towards Virgil van Dijk, but it is done and dusted. At this point, they basically know this is their game, already set in stone. We could see Bengaluru FC made a few changes there in the formation, but as things stands, folks, we head to the decider, and there you have that little sly smile on Crusher's face. He just puts the ball out of play, and a victory for Mumbai City FC. As now we've got a game on our hands, a final battle between Crusher and Shagnik to settle the score, to decide who's the better club, who gets to sit on that third position comfortably. You'll get your answers in the next game, but what a game this was, City. Full of emotions, drama, and had me absolutely hooked, because every single moment there was something happening.
एक प्रॉपर एक्शन पैक गेम, इधर गोल्स आए, टैकल्स आए, इम्पोर्टेंट इंटरसेप्शंस आए, बहुत कुछ था इधर इस गेम को देख के एंजॉय करने जैसे। लेकिन ये गोल इसने सोचा था कि इस तरीके से भी गोल हो सकता है, बट या अभी तो एम्बापे ये पॉसिबल है, बट विद वैन डे सार कैसे ये वो नहीं पकड़े, क्योंकि वो काइंड ऑफ वेस्ट गोल कीपर है इस पूरे एंटायर गेम के। अगर वो नहीं पकड़ पाएंगे तो और कौन पकड़ेगा। पर उसके बाद ये आया गोल जिसपे बहुत ही शानदार एक बिल्डअप देखने के लिए मिला था, एंड विथ रोनाल्डिनियो एकदम राइट साइड नेट पे इधर फिनिश करते हुए देखने के लिए मिले। एंड उसके बाद कहानी पूरा पलट गया जब ये गोल स्कोर किया गया विथ लियोनेल मेसी। क्या शानदार ये गोल था, और इतने दूर से जो शॉट था वो थोड़ा आई थिंक इधर आउट कर्ल होता हुआ देखने के लिए मिला, जिसकी वजह से बॉल चला गया अंदर। सो या व्हाट अ गेम। एंड आई थिंक इस बार सागनिक के ऊपर तो प्रेशर बहुत ज्यादा रहने वाला है, क्योंकि वो क्रशर को फेस करने वाले हैं।
Yes, you know, two beautiful goals scored by MCFC there. But as we take a look at the scorecard, let's confirm it as we see finally Mumbai City FC in the co-op game. They stage that comeback. The first matchup, well, Saki, he was not pleased with what happened towards the end. And CJ, he does things like that. He is one of those players who can produce it. But Kamit, the co-op game, Saki and Crusher, oh, beautiful two goals. One coming out of a reverse elastico, then screamer from Lionel Messi. And imagine, you know, when you've got a goalkeeper like Van der Sar, who has got such good reach, he's got good diving also, and he's not unable to save a goal of that stature. So that goes on to show how well planned it was and executed by the players of Mumbai City FC. They had to take chances like this because you really cannot just play the normal FIFA against CJ and Shagni,
Yeah.
right? So now what's done is done. Now let's talk about what's going to happen, because now we've got Crusher, who's such a balanced player, who has, you know, in the past, right, one of the events that I was casting went on to the grand finals, had a Cinderella story going on for him, and beat CJ to win the championship there. And that is when we had a new hero in the making, a new name on the faces of the players, or rather the fans of the FIFA community, was Crusher, a prodigy from Delhi. And Lok Manu was all praising him. You know, he was with me on the desk. I still remember he used to say that this guy puts in so much effort to the game, right? He meditates, he does what it takes, both in and out of the game, always gets on to study what's wrong, how could he get better, because initially when he was into the scene, he was being beaten quite often. But you know, that is where majority, I think, the major section, they kind of tend to give up. You know, no way I'm gonna beat such huge stalwarts in the community. But then comes Crusher, a player who needs to create you know, his name there. He needs to make a mark, and he did, eventually winning that championship. So we know Crusher, he's a player who can do it. He is, you know, he's always kept Mumbai City FC in those winning boat, right? And he can also do that tonight. But when it comes down to his opposition, we've got Shagnik. And Shagnik is also a very old player, a quite respectable one at that. We've seen you know, what kind of moves can this player pull off. And yes, this is going to be a really nice game for which I just want to watch with my bated breaths. You know, just sit down, relax, chill. And we also urge you viewers to do so. You know, get your chips, get your snacks and your beverages, because you are in for a thriller of a match. Nothing else.
For sure. And उसी के चलते बात करते शुरू होता हुआ the decider one final game of this matchup, Mumbai City FC versus Bengaluru FC. Mumbai City FC once again left to right, right to left with the Bengaluru FC. Sagnik and Crusher दोनों के ऊपर ही प्रेशर बहुत ज्यादा, क्योंकि जो भी इधर से मैच को लेके जाएंगे उनके पास 3 पॉइंट जाएगा। सागनिक शुरुआती से बहुत ही ज्यादा अटैकिंग मूड पे दिख रहे हैं, और देखिए आज जीतना जरूरी भी है। बैक टू बैक 2 गेम्स जो है वो सागनिक के लिए खास नहीं गया, लेकिन इस बार मौका बनता हुआ बीचों बीच से रोनाल्डो, अभी भी बॉल है। फाइनली वेलिंगम इधर क्लियर करते हुए देखेंगे। बाती स्टेज काफी अच्छा था सागनिक का।
Yeah, the first attack was quite promising, but now Crusher gets his go, and cross wanting to get it delivered towards Kylian Mbappe does not happen. And right off the bat, we can see Bengaluru FC making that change. I could see a Edison Morris there, so maybe an early change to just get him subbed off, get that game point going in. But regardless, you know, for Shagnik, you know, he's one of those players who's kind of good at everything. He can take those long shots. He can, you know, go for a passing game if required, even in the final third. We have been seeing him practicing a lot of that dribbling and then just getting through. So both these players, as you can see, have opted for a 4-3-2-1 formation. We've got a Eusebio instead of Messi there, and rest I think it's all quite similar. So on an ultra defensive style of approach, which, then there you see. So Van der Sar has been gotten in, a driven pass given towards Mbappe, but goes astray.
या बहुत ही ज़्यादा एंड टू एंड अभी गेम फॉर श्योर हम लोगों को देखने के लिए मिल रहा है. यूसीबीओ टुवर्ड्स De Bruyne, राइट हैंड साइड से हकीमी, बहुत शानदार कहने की मौका बनता हुआ इस बार रोनाल्डिनियो के साथ. बीच से गैप भी बना था बट थोड़ा ज़्यादा टाइम इधर होल्ड कर गए तो उधर से अभी और गैप्स नहीं है. लेकिन एक छोटा सा मौका है. क्या यूसीबीओ?
What?
Oh! What a goal! फूट बर्थडे कार्ड यूसीबीओ. इस गोल के साथ सागनिक को मिलेगा एडवांटेज. क्या लाजवाब परफॉर्मेंस था, क्या गोल था. इसको रोकना आई थिंक अपने आप में बहुत ज़्यादा टफ था, जो कि वो कर भी नहीं पाया.
That was something out of the world. You would never expect him. Once it was deflected, comes back, and then he takes a shot like that. Oh God, Shagnik is in the mood tonight, and could go for one more. Has a lot of room and space, and a little bit of step over. Gets to the side, gives a pass on towards Rudhulit. De Bruyne instantly switches sides there. Heel to heel, trying to break through, but unfortunately, well, now it's on. We've got R9, Mumbai City FC. Have to get on their attack, have to take a shot, have to score a goal. But there you have it, just settling with a corner. What can they produce out of this scenario? Takes a shot with Rudhulit, but well defended by Shagnik. So Shagnik proving the world that he's not going to lean in. In fact, he's going to make Crusher bow down to him, make him fall. But at this point, Shagnik, another chance in the making, intended play lock, but cancels it. Pass towards Eusebio. He's already produced magic with him once, but this time, can he do that with Kylian Mbappe? Goes for an elastico, but Lucio making a very crucial intervention there, as now Crusher looks to get on an attack. As a pass towards Hakimi, and now this is a good chance in scoring, and he will. Beautiful equalizer coming from Crusher. We have seen this routine. The first time he did that, it got cancelled out. The keeper came in to rescue, but the second time he ensured the players were in the right position, and the equalizer went through. And drama again, folks. Like I said, it's a thriller of a matchup. 31 minutes already, and both these sides have scored a goal each. And now from here onwards, where do we go? Shagnik a little jolted, a little rattled, but needs to keep his calm, needs to keep himself in the game. Again, passing on towards Rudhulit. Hold on. Has given the ball away in a very cheap fashion. And this is something that he would not like, but thankfully he's managed to get it back. And now let's see, back and forth possession, just swinging like a pendulum, to be honest, for both these clubs. And R9 passing it on towards Ashraf Hakimi for ball roll there. Passed it back towards Jude Bellingham, taking his time in the build-up. Finally takes a shot, but Van der Sar quickly rescuing him. And now we've got to see what happens next. 39 minutes in, Shagnik, he needs to understand that Crusher is suddenly picking up the tempo, getting into this groove, and he cannot let that happen. A player lock coming from his side. All right, passes it back towards Mbappe with Eusebio. Just shuffling the ball, recycling it, and now he's kind of trying to build it for the last attack of the first half. That's what his intentions look like, as long as he's got the possession, and now a possible chance in trying to take the shot, a little heel to heel, but gets deflected. Out it goes for a corner. Now, TT, what do you think is going to happen?
आई थिंक इधर बहुत ज़्यादा टफ होने वाला है. आउटकम जो भी हो, दोनों ही टीम के लिए बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत करना होगा उसके लिए. लेट्स सी. रोनाल्डो टुवर्ड्स एम्बापे. वर्जिल वैन डाइक. फाइनली इधर देखिए एक अटैक बन रहा था जिसको अभी के लिए तो डिसॉल्व किया गया है, बट जो नेक्स्ट हाफ है, आई थिंक नेक्स्ट हाफ बहुत ज्यादा टफ होगा. देखिए धीरे धीरे करके शुरू हुआ था पहले मैच से, फिर सेकंड कोऑप पे जीता था मुंबई सिटी एफसी, उसके बाद डिसाइडर गेम था ये, और अभी पहले हाफ में भी पता नहीं चल रहा है कि किस तरफ जाएगा. तो आखिरी हाफ तो डिसाइडर से भी डिसाइडर, कहीं ना कहीं क्लाइमैक्स इधर देखने के लिए मिलने वाला है. देखते हैं उसमें कौन अपने नर्व्स को कंट्रोल पे रख पाते. बैंगलोर एफसी मुंबई सिटी एफसी 1-1. बहुत ज़्यादा शानदार कहने की परफॉर्मेंस अभी तक निकल के आता हुआ दोनों ही क्लब्स की तरफ से. रोडो लीड टुवर्ड्स सिबियो. एम्बापे कोशिश था बैक पास सिबियो के पास, लेकिन बीच में बेलिंगम आए जिसकी वजह से आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल गया पूरा सिनेरियो. और अभी के लिए काउंटर पे जाने की कोशिश मुंबई सिटी एफसी. बॉल कंट्रोल प्रॉपरली उनके पास ही है अभी. हकीमी नहीं, इधर नहीं अलाउ करने वाले हैं थियो हर्नांडेज. बेहतरीन का कोलाइजन जिसके बीच से बॉल निकल चुका है. रोनाल्डिनियो. एम्बापे फिनिश भी हुआ. क्रशर फाइनली बहुत देर से सोच रहे थे, वो गैप बन रहा था बट वो शॉट नहीं ले रहे थे. बहुत बार आज के दिन पे देखने के लिए मिला, सिर्फ इस मैचअप पे नहीं, बहुत सारे मैचअप पे कि जो वो गैप मिल रहा है उस पर भी एक्स्ट्रा पास खेला जा रहा है. बट इस बार कैपिटलाइज किया गया 2-1 से आगे मुंबई सिटी एफसी. एंड बहुत ज़्यादा शानदार परफॉर्मेंस.
Bengaluru FC, up until yesterday, they were unbeaten. And seems like they are on the cusp of yet another defeat. And only Shagnik can save them. Over here, a nice heel to heel. Instantly wanted to take a shot, but was done in a hasty fashion. As a result of which, Crusher manages to deal with it. And still a lot of time remaining in that second half. With the way Shagnik has been playing, pretty sure he can score the equalizer. Not a lot has been lost, and we've seen Mumbai City FC being a little nervy towards that end.
Yeah.
Kind of goes down the wire, but now what can they produce? And there you go. R9 breaks free for a run. He goes in for the charge and a power shot, and there you go. Shagnik, a screamer there, and he gets himself right back into the game. Expected goal 0.01. Did you see that?
Yes. And what a goal this was. And कहीं ना कहीं अभी अगर देखा जाए इधर से ये 2-2 बहुत ज्यादा बेहतरीन एक मौका फिर से बन चुका है. मेसी. रोनाल्डो.
Wow! Beautiful.
मुंबई सिटी एफसी क्या चल रहा है आज. पहला हाफ 1-1, डिफेंस एकदम टॉप लेवल पे चलता हुआ. एंड जस्ट देन सेकेंड हाफ आया, 3 गोल्स हो चुके हैं बैक टू बैक. आई थिंक और भी बहुत सारे गोल्स, बहुत सारे अगर नहीं भी हुए, कम से कम 2 गोल्स हम लोग को इस गेम से देखने के लिए मिलेगा. एंड लेट्स सी वो किसके तरफ से आता है.
Whoever scores, I don't care at this point. I just want this game to be decisive. I just want some club to turn out as emerge out as the winner. You can't let this game end in a draw, can you? And I think Crush has been showing that intent. Uh, I mean, the sheer cojones, the composure he kept in that final third when a lot of players would crumble, he held on to it, and that goal was nothing short of one shot to glory there. Crusher, I mean, he can produce goals like that. He's one of those players, and now he wants to go in. He wants to hit where it hurts. And with Ronaldinho has found some space with R9, takes another shot. And this is where he could put Shagnik to sleep. A 2 goals advantage as Mumbai City FC get their fourth. And suddenly Bengaluru FC, they are distraught, absolutely rattled over here. They will have to figure out, they have to make some changes in their formation, get some fresh new legs, because Crusher has gotten himself into the mood. He's dancing, and along with that, Shagnik is unable to keep up to his moves. He's got a match with him. He's got to do the tango, but for that, he needs to take a little bit of a breather there. He needs to reconsider his approach towards the game. So far, a 4-3-2-1 ultra defensive is not going to work anymore on an ultra attacking 4-3-2-1 of the mighty Crusher. TT, क्या लगता है, क्या करना चाहिए इस समय शाग्निक को?
देखिए, इधर जो 2 गोल्स का डिफरेंस कहीं न कहीं क्रिएट हो चुका है, इसके बाद कुछ भी करना आई थिंक बहुत टफ है, क्योंकि तब से कोशिश किए जा रहे हैं इधर सागनिक एंड उनकी तरफ से बहुत ही शानदार कहने की परफॉर्मेंस भी देखने के लिए मिला, बट उसके बाद जो 2 गोल स्कोर बैक टू बैक किया गया है क्रशर की तरफ से, ये बहुत ज़्यादा लाजवाब देखने के लिए मिला, और शायद ये डिफरेंस मेकर बन सकता है इस पूरे एंटायर मैचअप के अंदर। लेट्स सी क्या होता है, क्या इधर से एक कमबैक आ पाता है कि नहीं। देखिए, मौका फिर से, बट सागनिक नहीं, इधर वो नहीं ढूंढ पाए वो गैप, और बॉल डिफ्लेक्ट हुआ, जिसके वजह से इधर कहीं ना कहीं गोल नहीं आ पाया, और यही वो चांसेस है जिधर गोल स्कोर करने होंगे। अगर अभी नहीं होता है गोल स्कोर, देन ये बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स कहीं ना कहीं क्रिएट कर सकते हैं इसके बाद जाके, और शायद सिर्फ तो 15 मिनट बाकी है, तो और ज़्यादा चांसेस भी नहीं है। एक बार फिर से बेहतरीन एक लॉब थ्रू हकीमी के पास, थियो हर्नांडेज इस बार चौकंदर है।
You could see that sly smile coming on Crush's face when Shagnik just bottled that opportunity. This is where the pressure has started engulfing him. And at this point, Shagnik has to make a decision where he goes big or he just falls prey. But now he looks relentless. A beautiful chance in the making, and messes things up. Opens up Crusher to a counter-attack. He had triggered the run, but the player went a little bit ahead over there. And we can see one thing, TT, how well Crusher has been utilizing that right wing, right? In every 6 chances, he's been making so much happen through that side. And that is a place where Shagnik has been beaten through constantly. But this time, threat averted, but for how long? Because Crusher again on that attack, looks to go, tries to find that pass. Yes, we'll find Hakimi there with Mbappe, goes for a back pass on towards Rudolet, but the ball has been stolen away. And this is where he needs to break free. He's made David Ginola go for a run, but no, Shagnik, you cannot give away passes like that, especially when you're approaching the final 5 minutes of the game and you're on a 2-goal deficit. Well, this might just be done and dusted, and Mumbai City FC could finally solidify their position on that 3rd spot.
या एंड आखिरी 2 मिनट, और इधर से कोई चांस है नहीं कमबैक की बेंगलुरु एफसी की तरफ से। बेंगलुरु एफसी बैक टू बैक 2 गेम्स है वो उनके हाथ से बाहर जाता हुआ, और या वो अपना जगह जरूर बना चुके हैं इधर, लेकिन इसी मैच के साथ मुंबई सिटी एफसी सिर्फ बेंगलुरु एफसी के ही लाइक बैंगलोर एफसी के आगे निकल जाएंगी, क्योंकि नॉर्थ ईस्ट यूनाइटेड आज एक जीत उनको मिला है। तो बैंगलोर एफसी अभी आते हुए देखने के लिए मिलेंगे फोर्थ पोजीशन पे। तो ये जो पोजीशन है वो चेंज होते हुए दिख रहे हैं, और कहीं ना कहीं अगर देखा जाए तो सागनिक के ऊपर प्रेशर धीरे धीरे करके बढ़ता जा रहा है, जितना ज़्यादा हम लोग प्लेऑफ्स के पास पहुंच रहे हैं। और ये बिल्कुल भी एक सही संकेत नहीं है, सही साइन नहीं है, क्योंकि सागनिक का भी एकदम ऑन पॉइंट चलना ज़रूरी है अगर बेंगलुरु एफसी को इधर से इस टाइटल को जीतना है।
Yeah, and it all kind of went down in the co-op game yesterday also against FC Goa. They lost it in that co-op match, and that was sort of the final nail in the coffin for them, because the third game Shagnik conceded 2 penalties to Adisima. It's a little unfortunate though, but right now Shagnik looking to redeem himself, but no. Crusher sets the scores, and there you go. Mumbai City FC walk away with a victory. Bengaluru FC, they had built that beautiful momentum up until yesterday, where it was shattered, and today Mumbai City FC capitalizing on it, and their insurance policy, their plan B, their contingency plan working out, and just as they thought, so was the result, as they get all the 3 points out of this fixture, and a very big victory nonetheless for them, where Bengaluru FC, the questions are gonna be put up. Have they gotten gassed out here? Because you would expect to come back from a loss from yesterday, because once you're winning and suddenly you're put to halt, you sort of start questioning yourself. Why are you doing things wrong? What has gone against your favor? And that is where just like that, losses come piling up. And this is the point. We are at such an important junction where we're heading towards the playoffs. And certainly, Bengaluru FC cannot afford to go in such a fashion. With the remainder of the games that they have to play, I think just now 2, they ought to win and get into a more positive vibe entering into playoffs. But for Mumbai City FC, celebrations already on for them, because they have taken the big dogs, that is Bengaluru FC.
या बैंगलोर एफसी कहीं ना कहीं उनके तरफ से मैच वो जीत सकते थे काइंड ऑफ, हम लोग अगर बात करें। लेकिन कोऑप गेम, जैसे कि हम लोग पहले ही प्रेडिक्ट किए थे कि कोऑप गेम जो जीतेंगे वो जीत जाएगा, तो कुछ उस तरीके का ही रहा ये पूरा इंटायर मैचअप। और आखिरी में जाके फिर भी सागनिक का जो पहला हाफ था वो बहुत ही अच्छा था, सेकेंड हाफ के स्टार्टिंग भी बहुत सही हुआ, लाइक उन्होंने इक्वलाइज किया, बट उसके बाद कहीं ना कहीं जो है और रोक नहीं पाए इधर क्रशर को। और क्रशर अपने जो मेन रोल है या फिर मेन रूप जिसको हम लोग कह सकते हैं, उस रूप पे आगे, और उसी के साथ क्रशर कुछ इसी तरीके के जो रिजल्ट्स है वो प्रोवाइड करते हैं यूजुअली अपने टीम को, एंड वो करते गए बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा लाजवाब गोल्स। एंड उसी के साथ मैचअप हमारा एंड हुआ, जिसके साथ और 3 पॉइंट्स मिले मुंबई सिटी एफसी को, एंड वो एडवांस करते हुए दिखेंगे इधर बैंगलोर एफसी के भी आगे।
Yeah, and like we said, they finally cemented the spot on the third position with just 2 more games remaining. And for now, Bengaluru FC, they've kind of taken a little bit of a setback, but they have to recover from this. And throughout the game, in Shagnik versus Crusher, I think this is where the fullbacks from Shagnik's side had to be a little bit more alert, and should have utilized and should not have let Crusher just get away with what he was up to. But Crusher, the kind of goals he had scored, 4 goals, and that is well reflected in the scorecard also. As you could see, the first one, it was a victory for for CJ, as Saki was left a little dumbfounded there in that final moment where he kind of lost onto his nerves. But Mumbai City FC did what they had in their mind in the co-op game, scored that winner pretty late in the second half, and that was the decider. That is where we could see that comeback story from their side, and from then onwards, I think the onus has shifted, and that is where Crusher just took over Shagnik. Well, we saw Shagnik fighting back, but eventually towards that second half, the mid phases, and the third quarter itself, I guess Crusher absolutely just took over the show, and we could see he was producing much.
Yeah. एंड उसी के साथ इस पूरे इंटायर गेम के अंदर एक एमवीपी जिसको लेके आई डोंट थिंक कि किसी को भी कोई भी डाउट रहेगा, वो कौन है? आई डोंट थिंक कि किसी को डाउट रहना चाहिए। तो चलिए नजर डालते हैं एमवीपी के ऊपर, एंड वो एमवीपी है हमारे क्रशर। 4 गोल उन्होंने स्कोर किया एंड उसी के साथ डिसाइड मैच को अपने क्लब को जिताए, एंड उसी के साथ साथ बन चुके हैं एमवीपी ऑफ द मैच। तो यस, हमारे आज के दिन के 2 मैचअप्स ऑलरेडी खत्म हो चुके हैं, एंड विद दैट कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग कह सकते हैं जो 2 ह्यूमंगस मैचेस थे, एंटरटेनिंग मैचेस थे, वो हो चुका है। लेकिन जो नेक्स्ट गेम है, नेक्स्ट गेम पे बहुत कुछ डिपेंड करने वाला है। क्या क्वालिफिकेशन के सिनेरियोज रहेंगे, कौन आगे जाएगा नहीं जाएगा। केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी, जमशेदपुर एफसी दोनों ही साथ साथ मैचेस खेले हैं। केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी 5 पॉइंट पे बैठे हैं, ऑन द अदर हैंड हम लोग को जमशेदपुर एफसी 2 पॉइंट्स के साथ बैठते हुए दिख रहे हैं। हालांकि केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी के पास अभी भी मौका है कि वो अगर इधर से 3 मैचेस बैक टू बैक जीत जाते हैं, देन कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो काफी अच्छे सिनेरियोज जो है वो शायद बन जाए, शायद वो क्वालिफाई कर जाए। लेकिन उसके लिए आज हराना होगा, तो क्या वो हरा पाएंगे?
A must-win game for both these clubs, nonetheless, right? They are ought to win, and somebody has to get those 3 points. With one, you can't be satisfied. But we'll keep this conversation going on, but after this short little break.